I'm slowly getting back into the hobby. So I've got a 65 water cycling right now. I've bleached the tank and then cleaned it really well, and then I started cycling the salt water. I've got a lot of live rock from another tank, so once that salt is cycled through, and I'll start adding the live rocks in and whatnot. So once it's stabilized and heated up, I'm gonna start adding live rocks into that tank. And then my 90 gallon does not look big in the camera, but it's actually pretty big. So currently it's housing my predators through the winter. I have some Oscars, two tin foils, 3 silver dollars, 1 red tail shark, and 3 clown loaches that like to hide. As you can tell by the aquarium lights, the 2 on the side is aquarium lights. They're more blue versus the house light or house lamp. So I will be installing all my aquarium lights. That's just temporary. So the 90 is a temporary house tank. I'm gonna keep it fresh water. I was gonna do a clown, or not a clown, but a lionfish, but I think I'm just gonna keep my clownfish for now in the 65. So I bought a pair of clownfish over the weekend, maroon clownfish for dirt cheap, $12.50. So I got lucky. They seem to be pairing up, and so I bought one that's pretty big and one that's half the size. Figure, and I bought the female first instead of the male. Well, you can't really tell which is which, but I bought one that's really big and bought one that's smaller, and they seem to be fine. I think if you were to reverse the other way, the male, it tends to be more aggressive once it's established its territory. Long story short, I got a maroon pair that's actually pretty good. I'll do a separate video on that in a little bit. They seem to be doing okay right now. So I'm slowly getting back into my hobby. Ultimately, I will have my prize fish that I've never had. I've been in this hobby for 20 plus years. More like close to 30 now. And so I'm gonna start being really picky. I'm not really gonna buy fillers anymore. I think I've always wanted, I've always had archers, and I'm gonna get back into archer tank. But getting back to these tanks that I have, the 90 is my predator tank, and then the 29 gallon, that's gonna be my inler. That's gonna be a shrimp tank. I'm gonna start a shrimp tank there with the inlers right now, and I'll start putting those plants in a pot so they're more stable. Those are Anubias, and they are pretty hardy. So I have aquarium lights. I'm gonna put them right next to a window, or not a window. I'm gonna put them next to a window, but a east window, so it's only gonna get morning sun and morning light and filter light, and not so much direct sunlight on the south side or the north side or the west side. So on the east side. So I should be okay with the lighting on that, and I have aquarium lights, so I'll turn that on for a little bit. But that will be my shrimp tank. Those the fish that's in the 90 will ultimately go into my 300, and that will be a grow out tank. I'm gonna get some datnoids. I'm gonna Inley cherry-eyes, and then ordinate bikers. So I'll have a predator tank, and then I'll have a community tank in my 300. So I got two 300, a 240, these 3 smaller tanks here, and then I got 255 sitting outside that I'm gonna start plumbing at some time. But yes, I am slowly getting back into my hobby. Did quite a bit tonight. I actually cleaned and cycled a lot of tanks. I'm really gonna keep my fish keeping really simple. Not gonna go into African cichlids, discus, South American and or Central cichlids. Really just gonna keep a community archer tank in a 300, a predator in a 300, and then saltwater clowns and a shrimp tank. I'm really gonna keep it simple, not so much buying like I used to in my past. Where I'm at is a small town, and you can't really get rid of stuff and or exchange stuff. So with that said, I'm gonna keep my fish keeping really simple towards the things that I really like and things that I've never had. So I may end up caving in and buying a festate pair and a doveye pair. Those things have always been in my heart. So the festate could go into that 90. They could probably do well in that 90. The doveye, I probably have to get another tank or put it in the 240, but I don't know. We'll see. The fish hobby is pretty impulsive. You go in the store and you see something, you're gonna want it. The less you go into the stores, the content you are. But if you go into the fish stores, you're gonna see something you want. So it's still very impulsive for me. It's addictive. But thank you. I will start to make more videos starting, I guess now. I really appreciate all those that have subscribed. I'm sorry that I haven't been really making videos. I kind of lost interest in my plants. I still have a lot of house plants, but I give them quite a bit away and sold a lot. And I may get back into it. And if you're into the houseplant hobby, it's pretty good. Now is a great time. Everything is like a third of what the price used to be. So so I may get into the plants, but I think when I do, I'm gonna build me a really nice palindrome tank where I can keep fish and plants on top. That way the humidity is really good. So I might do that. I've been looking for a glass supplier that will do me a tank. We'll see. Well, thank you again to all those who have subscribed and or still subscribe. I'll make more content. I'm just really been busy and occupied. So thank you again.